there was a new organization out of Willow, Alaska that was trying to start a service dog organization. They called themselves Arctic Paws for Service, and they didn't have a dog trainer to help them get started, and so that's how I got involved. We got these 2 puppies donated, which turned out to be Leo and his brother, and we were raising them to be service dogs for an autistic child. That's where I got Leo. He was doing great. He was walked beautifully on a leash. He was coming with me to work at the Army Corps every day. The colonel allowed him to come in. We were somewhere around 2 to 3 months into the training, so he was about 4 to 5 months old. And we just noticed that he walked funny, and the one back leg, he didn't put all his weight on it like you can see right now, that right back leg. And he was just, muscles were undeveloped in the back end, like around his hips and his back legs, and it just sort of looked not right. Hip dysplasia is when you have the ball and socket joint that makes up the hip. The ball joint is the end of the leg bone, the femur, and then you have the hip socket, which is like a round half circle type of thing, and there's a socket that ball joint goes into, and so what happens, that ball joint just slips out all the time. He was doing really good, like sit and down on command. He'd learned those behaviors, and he stopped wanting to do them. He would kind of do like a half squat, like he was about to do it, and then be like, no, not gonna do it. And then we noticed as he grew, he started limping more and more, and he would tire out pretty quick. So those were kind of some of the symptoms. Despite being in obvious pain though, I mean, it's hard to tell sometimes because he's so happy. It just, you could actually hear the bones scraping together. It was an awful sound, and we would just cringe when we heard it, but he was wagging his tail, going along like nothing's happening, and it had to have been very painful. And I had to promise my husband when I brought him home, I'm just training him for service. He won't be here after a year. We're not keeping him. And I ended up keeping him. With help of the Golden Retriever Rescue Organization, we got his surgery paid for. It's really expensive. So we held a garage sale fundraiser. So we got lots of people to donate stuff, and we made almost $1,000. There's a place in Anchorage that we take him to, and they do different stretching with his legs, and then he goes in this water tank that has like a treadmill underneath, and he walks on the treadmill with the water, and that keeps the weight off of his legs, so that makes it easier for him to use it. Oh, I should mention how he loves the sheep. We'll take him outside, and so he's not prejudiced. He loves any species, any person, doesn't matter size, color, gender, doesn't matter species. He loves everybody. He will actually stick his head through the fence with the sheep, and they nuzzle noses, and they both wag their tails. It's pretty cute. He's just a joy to have around. He would have made an awesome service dog. His personality is just super friendly, easygoing, always happy. He's really just keeps us entertained. You can't be sad with Leo in the house. You just can't. It's like having your own psychiatrist. Right, Leo? He's like, that's right, Heather.